Hi everyone, this is Yemi Ilori. We call our channel to be called International Intercontinental Sport TV. I have with me my co-host Olexi. What's going on back in Nigeria? This is my friend,
uh,
my brother from another mother into Intercontinental Sport TV. How you
thank,
doing, Ole?
thanks, thanks so much for having me, Chief. It's a very, very big pleasure. I'm happy to be here, and man, it's really, really hot in Lagos, right?
But here
It
right
is.
now in the United States, it's cold.
As you can
It's very
see,
cold.
I'm having to wipe my face. Yes. So it
Interesting.
just tells you,
I
yes,
know, I
tells
know,
you how, yeah,
I
it's
know.
hot. If it's cold though, me, I would love to be. I like
You,
cold though.
can you imagine? I
I like
cannot.
cold though.
It got me
People
so
know
many
me.
times before I could settle down with this weather here. I mean, it's I ain't easy,
Yeah.
man. It's cold,
I,
cold.
when I see how you guys complain about it, I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, don't worry, I'll come and meet you guys very soon. I know that. People don't know me. People will tell me they are freezing. They'll say, let me
Yeah,
freeze.
it is.
I like to freeze. See, I'll just wrap myself. You don't get. I'll just wrap myself under the bed and oh.
Crazy, crazy.
Yes,
Well.
but
Thank you, Kule.
yes,
In
but
this channel, we got to talk a lot more about our Nigerian players outside the country. I mean, in diaspora. And also we're
yeah.
going to talk about, so many events going on in sport. NFA general. I mean, what's going on in Nigeria, all over the world. And,
Mhm.
we could talk about basketball, every other sport. As you know, we just want to talk sport. Without
Yeah.
taking much of our time, there's matches coming over this weekend in EPL. Manchester issue is there. I'm a Man U fan. You're also a Man U fan as
Yeah.
well. So
Yeah. Never mind that I'm wearing Inter Milan, but yeah, I'm a Man U fan, confirmed, 100% certified.
All right.
Even though things are not palatable at the moment,
I
but
tell you, man, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
GGMU for life.
That's it. That's it. Oh well,
Yeah.
today's program, we want to look into matches we have this weekend. Only you remember we're having the first game of the week is going to be Leicester City and Chelsea. Chelsea goes to
Yeah.
Leicester. There's an away game for Chelsea. Here in America, we're going to watch it 7:30 a.m., which I'm going to struggle to wake up. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You
that's
know.
sad. It's going to be 1:30 here in Lagos. So yeah, it's going to be 1:30 in Lagos. And I
So,
can't
do you have
imagine
anything to? Sorry.
yeah.
Do you have anything to say about the match? Some Nigerians going to play in that match. The focus will
Oh,
be on Ndidi and
oh yes,
Iheanacho.
yes.
What do you
Oh
think?
yes. Ndidi is an outstanding player. I mean,
I wish
I
you could
think he
have
had
that guy in Man U, man.
yeah,
It's a combination
Man U
of
fans have been
Fred
clamoring
and
for him, but I don't know. I seem to have a different opinion about Ndidi because Ndidi is someone. I'm not saying Ndidi won't fit, but I have a problem with Ndidi not being a good passer.
mm,
Ndidi is not that much of a good passer. Ndidi is this kind of person who he
breaks
likes
the
making
play,
those. No, he just likes making those short
short
passes.
passes.
Yeah,
Play
to the
safe.
closest. Yeah, that play safe. Someone he's when he comes to his passing is like, I am sorry to say this, so don't be disappointed in me, but it's like Fred.
Like Fred.
Yeah, wait, now I'm not saying he misplaces passes. Don't get it wrong. I understand Fred misplaces, but in the sense that Fred also likes doing those safe to the nearest person
Person.
passes. You understand? But we're talking about someone in that midfield who can give, those kind of passes, those days of when we had Michael Carrick.
Yeah.
Now, I am not saying it has to be Carrick or the likes of Schools, but just give some very good, or something close to those kind of passes Pogba gives.
Yeah.
Those,
From deep.
or like, yeah, from God bless you. Indeed, he cannot give those kind of passes. So it's
No,
going to be a limited.
one attribute
But
about Indeed is breaking of play.
oh, absolutely
Yeah,
no,
he could
absolutely no. He does that.
tackles.
Oh yeah, no, that he dubs with exception, and I think that is what has given him that name in the Premier League, because I think for like was it two, 3 seasons he
awesome.
had like he was the number one when it came to tackles and interceptions. Like he didn't have a rival at all. So yeah, so it's that really amazing about him. I wouldn't mind to have him. It will be good, but I just wish he was a better passer, really, because I would really love for Man U to have a very good passer from that midfield, because we don't really have good passers in the midfield. So I would, someone who is defensively good, but at the same time he's a good passer. Yes, that is what I would really love. And Ndidi is not that kind of person, but if that's what we will have, at least, because Man U needs that solidity in the defense, and having someone like Ndidi would definitely be a plus, no doubt. But I would just wish his passing could be better.
I want to tell our viewers at home that we are actually, looking into the Nigerian players in diaspora. That's in EPL. We talk much about them. That's the platform. We want to make sure we reach out to our Nigerians, back home, wherever they are, how they're doing, what they do in their league. So we shouldn't forget that, And likewise as well too, with some players we don't know much about them, but they're doing very well outside the country. They're doing fantastically well outside the country.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about Iheanacho in this match? Is it going to play? Is it what do you think?
Well,
because this season it looks, maybe, can I say average?
I wouldn't say average per se, but definitely not not the standard that he had from the second half of last season, where between January and the end of the season, where he scored like 12 goals. I think
it was hard.
Yes, he scored 12 goals with I think 2 assists. He was everywhere. I mean, that was what gave birth to this senior man tag, where him and Ndidi were always tagging along, and this cut soap, and this cut soap for me, that was just how good the Iheanacho was. And it's probably not been that way, and this is largely due to the fact that Iheanacho was able to have that. Let me say that opportunity first, due to the fact that 2 players in Leicester, namely James Maddison and Harvey Barnes, were injured. Now, these are 2 players who are very key for Brendan Rodgers. Now, they got injured at that point in the second half of the season, and they missed virtually much of it. So it gave Iheanacho a lot of room. That's why you were seeing him was starting games. I mean, this is somebody who was scoring more goals than Jamie Vardy. That is very, very real. Like, it got to a point you were like, is Vardy gone? Is Vardy's legs tired, or it was.
I think that time something was trending then. Soap, give me soap, hot soap for me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying exactly, and that was what I was saying. You had Ndidi tagging him along, where they were always going to be doing these like skits after after games. They would upload it on their Instagram stories, and it was just making rounds, and everyone too, and that cut soap became a meme where if you see someone doing well, like boss, this way really shine, I beg, cut soap for That's how it was. So it's not been that way for Iheanacho this season, but he still played some games. I would have to check. I don't really know how many goals he has this season, but he's not really been. I think he's got a couple of assists, but I think it hasn't taken away anything from him. He's had some games though, but the thing is, both Harvey Barnes and James Maddison are back, so it's going to be more of a rotational thing. But I think he's been having game time of late, so I think I do expect him to
play.
I do expect him to play tomorrow, and anything can happen, It's a big game.
Well, he played against us, Manchester United.
And he had an assist.
Pepe might defend that so much, man.
Pepe, I don't
Well,
want to remember that game because that game pained me, honestly.
It's very, you're right.
Because
Absolutely.
those were cheap goals. Those were cheap goals. Those were cheap goals that should not have been conceded. So yeah.
I think it was 4-2 that ended up that match with goal line.
Yes, it was. We thought Rashford was going to equalize it when he equalized, and then he just made it 3-2, and then it was painful.
Yeah,
it was painful. It was painful. So I do expect Iheanacho to. But
what do you think about the Chelsea player too? I mean, Lukaku, I think he's back.
There are reports that I think he's back in training, but we don't know if he's going to be involved. Don't know if he's going to be involved tomorrow.
Nigerian player in Chelsea.
Nigerian player in Chelsea at the moment, no, there isn't. Those who had Nigerian connection, I think there is, but we don't have a Nigerian. What we have are Nigerian players, English players of Nigerian origin who were born in England. One of the prominent ones we had were Tammy Abraham and Fikayo Tomori, but both have decided to play for England and they have moved on. Yeah. Tomori playing for AC Milan and Tammy Abraham playing for absolutely. I mean, Tomori, he's like a mainstay in the AC Milan defense, and AC Milan are their joint top of Syria with Napoli.
He's having the best time now.
Yeah, he's having the best time. Tammy Abraham too is having a good time.
Tammy Abraham
he found it difficult to break into the Chelsea squad after Tuchel came in. But now he's scoring fantastic, like striker goals. He's scoring, striker, goals that you know that these are goals a striker would score.
I'm happy for him, bro.
I am his biggest fan.
What? Really?
I'm his biggest. No, I'm a big fan of. I'm a bit disappointed in football today because football today, football isn't like how I grew up watching it. We are having less of real strikers. We are having inverted players now doing the work of strikers, where you have players who should be wingers. Mm-hmm. Where you have like a Mohamed Salah. But Mohamed Salah now is like an inverted forward.
Yeah.
You understand?
He's doing very well.
I don't like that. I want a pure 9. When you're talking about 9s, you're talking about 9s like the Ruud van Nistelrooys of those days, the Thierry Henry. You understand? But we're not really having much of those players, these days. Yeah. We aren't. So it's rather sad. For you, boss, for you to know how hot it is here, my phone is actually overheating. It's already giving me the overheating. That is how serious. Yes, it just brought on the overheating.
Oh, blood of Jesus.
That is how serious.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's move to Burnley and Crystal Palace. They're having a match tomorrow. I don't think we have any Nigerians in that system. It's about 10 a.m. tomorrow here. In America. Watford, Manchester United. You have anything to say about that match? We're supposed to win that match. Don't let us.
Yes, we should.
We should.
Yes,
Watford
we should.
That.
But yes, Watford are not in great form. Yeah. But Manchester United.
We should win that match.
Everyone has been using us to catch crews.
I think Watford.
Atalanta used us to crash. Atalanta used us to catch crews. Yes, just a point, or is it 2 off the relegation zone?
Yeah. We should
be not just beat. We should be keeping a clean sheet. A clean sheet. I don't want to know. We must keep clean sheet against them tomorrow.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm having this kind of nervous. Is it going to happen? Can we beat them? Can we? It's not even interesting.
I believe we should, because with what is at stake, don't forget that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is on the line. If he loses, he's only making it tough for himself, and he's making it tough for the board. Yes, because the board.
They've already should have sacked him.
Yeah, boss, you should try to
not
understand.
at this moment.
No,
Even if
yeah,
you
well,
lose the match tomorrow,
you should
there's nothing
understand.
going to happen.
But boss, you should ask yourself that question: who is going to come in? There's no readily available manager. The only readily available manager is Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah.
There was an Antonio Conte, but Conte is now in Tottenham, and nobody actually believed Conte was. Most people in Man U did not believe that Conte was the right fit for a club like Man U, because he has this kind of Mourinho kind of attitude where he's very, he's very eccentric, he's very demanding. He can lash out at players. He can lash out against players, he can lash out against the establishment. And Solskjaer is not that kind of person. Solskjaer is very cool. Solskjaer is very calm. He doesn't abuse players. He doesn't go against the board, So he's the kind of person the board likes. And don't forget that Solskjaer has taken Man U to the top 4 in back-to-back seasons. And top 4 is like oil for the Glazers.
For the Glazers.
That's like their own achievement. Make the top 4 and you've done well. No, you might say that is very bad for a club like Man U, but that's our reality. That's our reality. Club like that magnitude, that's our reality. Yeah, but they are the owners. We can't do anything about it. See, fans can rant all they want, but you can't chase them out, because for you to chase them, you have to buy their. You have to buy their.
You're absolutely right.
Stake. Yes, you have to buy their shares, and they hold 50%. And do you know how much the value of those shares are? So who's going to buy 80%? You understand? So So I actually expect a win tomorrow from Man U. I do, but because of what is at stake, if we don't, and the reason why we need to win is this, because our next games are tough. After Watford is Villarreal.
Okay, Villarreal Tuesday.
Well, Villarreal is the Champions League. Where that is one. Then after that we have Chelsea. Then we have Arsenal. And then after Arsenal, we have a Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace is not going to be easy. Thank you. Patrick Vieira has come in and made them into an attacking side. Under Roy Hodgson, they were very pragmatic. Extreme, very pragmatic.
You can't get through that
defensive line. And you understand?
But they now play free-flowing football.
Honestly, I mean, look at how they beat Man City. Forget that, okay, fine. Man City had 10 men, but it took him to see. You understand?
Yeah.
It was very impressive. It was very impressive. It was very impressive. So it's a tough run for Man U. So
then what do you think about the match between we have Norwich Southampton? That was nothing. What about Newcastle Brentford? You think we have one Nigeria there?
Yes, we have Frank Onyeka, who is really doing an amazing
I think it's from Maiduguri.
No, Onyeka, I believe he was born there.
Okay, he was born there. He was born in Maiduguri.
Because Onyeka I think Onyeka should be an Igbo. Yes, Igbo, maybe Igbo. Yes, he was probably born in Maiduguri. Yes, so
he's 23 years old.
He's very young, and believe me, the guy
is a midfielder.
Yes, and he's a very talented midfielder. He's the kind of midfielder I think I would want at Man U, because he's kind of very complete. Yeah, Onyeka is very complete. He's got the pass. He can do a lot.
Yeah.
He can press forward. He's good at tackling.
He has won some. I think he came from Michelin.
Yeah, Michelin in Denmark.
Denmark.
He did.
Yeah, he won some couple of trophies there. He has 2 trophies. Runners.
Michelin is a big club in Denmark, so it's natural. It's like you go to Rangers or Celtic. Definitely you're doing something.
Absolutely, he's a good guy. He's a good player. I think
he is.
He played for Nigerian national team. Yes.
Oh, yes, he did. He played. He came on. He played in
2020.
No. He played in Nigeria's last game against Cape Verde. He came off the bench for.
He played very well.
I think he came on for Juaribo.
Yeah.
I was there at Teslim Balogun.
How do you see that match?
It was a very disappointing match. Nigeria are through to the to the next round of the qualifiers.
Yeah.
But Nigeria were not convincing enough during in this group phase, because they should have held their own against this. Because I mean, we're talking about Central African Republic, Liberia, and Cape Verde. I mean, these are teams that you should be commanding. Like, but no, that wasn't the case. Like, we were not creating chances. They were having a go at. They were at some point even having a go at us, threatening us, and you'd be like, "Are you kidding?" I mean, Central African Republic came to Teslim Balogun and beat the Super Eagles. I'm telling you, you can imagine, like, and Central African Republic are ranked 124th in the world, so you can imagine. You can imagine. So and this is a country that did not have these persons. What's it called? Sorry, please, I need to
go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, my phone's overheating, so it's really hot here. So it was a very, very disappointing. It was very, very disappointing that game. It was a disappointing qualifying phase, and there have been calls that Genotro is going to be sacked, but I think but I think the issue here is that if he's going to be sacked, it's going to be difficult because they are owing him arrears of they are owing him a backlog of salaries. And if you're going to sack someone whose contract is yet to, you have to pay him off for the remaining months. Now the NFF doesn't seem to have money. So so even if they are going to do that, they are going to have to find the funds.
Do you think that's what's going on in Manchester United too? I mean, sacking.
No. The thing is, no. For Manchester United, they do have the money.
They don't want to spend it.
It's not that they don't want to spend it. Even if they're going to pay Solskjaer off, they will pay Solskjaer off maybe, I don't know, maybe at worst, maybe 20 million or something. Now, that's actually a lot of money to pay off a manager, because there was this infographic I saw where it showed that in all the clubs Mourinho, every club Mourinho has managed, he has been sacked. Mourinho has earned almost 100 million from Chelsea, Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Tottenham. Yes, he has earned. Yes, he has earned from 97 point something million pounds just by getting sacked. So you can imagine how much he has spent. Yeah, that's a lot of money. 97 million. 97 million was what they used to buy Romelu. You can imagine. So it's money. Whether we like it or not, it's a lot of money. I mean, paying off a manager 25 million just to sack him. Because remember something, if you are sacking this one, you are giving this one, paying this one 24 million. Yeah, you are not going to bring in another manager. Probably and if the manager is more high profile than the previous manager, you're obviously going to have to give him more money. You understand? So it's not that the Glazers don't want to sack Solskjaer, but the thing is, offsetting him now can do a lot of it. And remember, like I said, who is the manager you want to bring? Because mind you, if you are going to bring a manager, because like I said, the only readily available manager who doesn't have a club is Zinedine Zidane. But for Zinedine Zidane, the problem is, one of the major problems is Zidane is not fluent in English. He cannot speak English. And you cannot be having a manager that cannot speak English in Manchester United. You have to communicate with these players. I mean, and if you are bringing a manager who can't speak English, it's always usually bad, because communication-wise, there's always going to be that difficulty. You have to be using interpreter to communicate with the players. And from what I was told, or from what I read, Zidane is someone who likes to communicate with his players directly. Yeah. So Zidane is not going to be out to use what's it called?
The
translator and all of that. Yeah. Because sometimes translators can be frustrating.
Because
the translator is not representing, it's not like when the coach is speaking.
Yeah.
Because the interpreter or the translator is speaking from his own mind. And that is what the players are using to listen. Absolutely. But imagine where the coach is expressing his own words directly to players. It makes different meaning. So that is the case with Zidane. And if we now say we want to go for another manager, probably maybe Brendan Rodgers, which I don't approve for. I just did an article on it. I don't.
Ole.
I'm sorry. I feel he's just no. For me, I feel Brendan Rodgers is just a slight upgrade to Ole. Yes. Yes. No. The thing is this way. No. The thing is
he always
Rodgers. No.
Look at the players he has.
He bottled. Hope you know Rodgers bottled the top 4 twice.
Well, okay. What about?
And hope you know that. And wait, hope you know the top 4 is a grave. Missing the top 4 is a grave sin for the Glazers.
But he lost so many players. Many of his players were injured at the verge of the end of the league.
Where didn't Liverpool have a lot of players injured too? They did. Yes.
But I still prefer Rodgers.
But they still made the top 4.
He's a tactical manager. Look at it.
No, yes, he is a tactical manager. But most of the results at the end, look, Ole might not be a good manager.
He's not.
Yes, but he gets the results that are the minimum for the Glazers at the end of the day. That's why I pointed out to you that Mourinho won us trophies, but after he got us to second in the Premier League that season, that third season, what happened? He started falling out with Pogba. Remember?
Yeah.
Started falling out with Pogba. Started falling out with the players. He benched Pogba and all of that. Before you knew it, we were in sixth. Thank you. Before you knew it, we were in sixth position. And we were almost 20 points off the top 4. That was where we had to let it go. Van Gaal's old. Van Gaal, we won the FA Cup, but we finished 5th. The FA Cup win did not give us the top 4. We were going to the Europa League. The Glazers couldn't continue with that. So if you're having a manager who has been unable to, if let us say Rodgers had taken Leicester to the Champions League in those back-to-back seasons, we'll be having a different conversation by now.
Yeah.
And believe me, they will probably have thought of him. But the mere fact that you lost this top 4 on the very last day of the season, where all you needed to do is just win. And you were in your house. The first one. And although the funny thing was the first one, it was against us.
Yeah.
We had to win. We had to win to make it. Now, let me now make you laugh. If we did not make the top 4 that season, Ole would probably not have been on the job.
Yeah.
But he got it done.
He got it done.
That's why he's still here. You understand? So how is Rodgers going to? You understand? Those things count against Rodgers. Then don't forget that when Rodgers was Liverpool manager, Liverpool were this close to, getting the Premier League title.
Yeah. It was his fault that Civic Gerrard slipped.
You understand? You understand? Yeah, it's not his fault, but it's going to go. But nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's always going to go to the manager. The point is, under Rodgers, who let the title slip. He went to Celtic. He won 7 titles. Celtic is the most. That Scottish League is just. Scottish League is Celtic, Rangers, and the rest of everybody. Yeah. Come on, anybody will win. Even Solskjaer will go to Celtic and he will win. Yes, he will. I'm sure he will.
Let's quickly look at some matches going to be played. Aston Villa, Brighton. I don't think we have any Nigerian play in that league. That team.
Brighton? No, we don't have any Nigerian. No. But we do have. There's a guy though in Aston Villa. I can't remember his name now. But he's also English born of Nigerian descent. I think his name is Chuku something. I can't remember. Nonso Chuku. I can't remember or something like that. So but no noteworthy person per se in that game. Yeah,
I don't think so. That's that. We also what match do we still have going to be played? I think there's one going on with Wolves and West Ham. I'm not
Wolves
sure.
Wolves and West Ham. Yeah. No. Also, no noteworthy person. The only noteworthy person there is an Italian, full bloody grown Italian, Angelo Ugbona. Yeah, he's a full Italian. I don't think he can speak English, except maybe he's getting some English now that he moved to England. But before he moved to England, I don't think he could utter a word in. I don't think he could utter a word in English. Yeah, but he's present. Yeah, oh, absolutely. But he's injured now. Yes, he got injured in the last game where they played Liverpool.
Liverpool,
Very big win for West Ham against Liverpool. That was
fantastic.
but he got injured. I mean, he was very solid.
Yeah.
In that game, but he got injured, and Kodzuma had to come in his place. And Kodzuma, who is of Central African Republic descent, though he's French, a full French international.
Yeah.
He came on for him and he scored in that. So, but that aside, there's no noteworthy Nigerian.
Yeah, there's one big match also coming up. That's Arsenal Liverpool.
Yes, that's like the biggest. Yeah, that's the last match on Saturday, and that's Saturday. It's a very, very big one.
Massive. What do you think? Very massive. Who do you think is going to win the match? I mean,
well, I would say Liverpool. Well, it's difficult to say, but
it's home for Liverpool. They're playing in Anfield. Forget
it. And apart from that, since Jurgen Klopp came, Liverpool have only lost once to Arsenal. Since Jurgen,
I think
they've won. Yes, they've won 7 times. And no, that's even in the league. In the league, they've won 11. They've won 7 times out of 11, drawing 3 times. So so it's going to be a very big one. But why I feel it's going to be different is because Arsenal are on a very, very good form at the moment. Yeah, they are unbeaten in 8 games. If you remember, Arsenal started very poorly, where people were saying that they were relegation candidates. I was just laughing. I remembered when they were going to play Norwich. It was that Norwich game. It was that Norwich game that started their unbeaten run. They were now relegation battle, 19th versus 20th, and I was like, come on, guys. You guys play too much with this banter, but it's been good for them, as in, and they've been keeping clean sheets, I think I think it's actually down to the fact that, we should also kind of note that when Arsenal started, why they started badly is because many of their players were not fully fit. They were injured, or they've not settled in. Someone like Ben White had fitness issues. Gabriel had injury. Was it injury? Then I think was Lacazette and Aubameyang, they had COVID. Thomas Partey was not fit. All those things. Then the goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale had not yet come. So
I think they're doing very well now.
Yes. The squad is coming.
Alaba is scoring now.
Yeah. But he was wasteful. He was wasteful in their last game against them. Watford. I watched the game with some Arsenal fans, and they were very frustrated. They were honestly, they were very, 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 very frustrated.
Do we have any Nigerian player in Arsenal? I think we have. I mean,
we do not have.
Only Saka.
Saka is gone. Yeah, and Saka is a full-fledged English player now. And that is the same thing. We have some other people too, like
I love Saka, man. I love Saka.
He's a good player. He's a very, very fantastic, splendid player. Absolutely. He is.
What about the match on Sunday? We have Man City Everton. It's going to be a cracker. We should watch. It will be, yeah. Alex.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call it a cracker pass because if I'm correct, I think Manchester City is at home, right?
That's at home, yeah.
Oh, come on. I think that's an easy straight
win.
Home win for Man City. Yeah, then for Iwobi has not really been. Iwobi has not really been effective for Everton this season. It's a new manager under Rafael Benitez. So I don't think he's been that. And Benitez has.
He has his chances anyway. Iwobi has his
chances. But he's not just there with.
But they have this player.
We're not just seeing
Townsend.
Yes, Andros Townsend, and I think Townsend has. Yeah, Townsend has been kind of decent. I was actually kind of funny when I said Crystal Palace to Everton. Townsend. I was like, Townsend putty cast, but he's kind of doing well.
Yeah. We also have Tottenham Leeds. That's the last match for the weekend.
Tottenham Leeds. Yeah, there are no Nigerians there. There are no Nigerian. Maybe there could be, because that would be in their under 23 and the academies, but no one in the no one in the. I think the last person I remember was this Josh Onoma guy, but I think he plays in Fulham now. He is English. He's yet to declare for either country though, but he's yeah.
Right. Kole, what do you think about this our NFA?
Sorry?
What do you think about this NFA issues?
Wait, boss, let me just
we discuss.
Let me just point something else. You keep saying, and I know you are an old man, I know. But boss is NFF now, not NFA. NFA was NFA. 80. It's been NFF for a very
NFF for a long time.
Nigerian, it has become Nigerian, federation, not association.
Association,
Football is Football Federation. Football Association.
Pardon me for that.
Yeah. So
I'm back
problem.
to Nigeria now.
About NFF.
NFF,
they are terrible.
I know
they are terrible. Like, they're supposed to be coordinating football much better, but they're just terrible. They're just terrible. One of the things that they do is, the NFF, because like the Super Eagles is the cash cow of of Nigerian football. They tend to They tend to focus all the attention on the Super Eagles. So they now neglect like our league. They neglect the women's game. They neglect grassroots football. All the attention always on the Super Eagles, and even the Super Eagles, they are not treating the players well as they should. You will be owing them bonuses. You will be owing the coach. Meanwhile, those who are in authority they are living large, boss.
Really?
You see all those sponsorship money. They are living large, but that's just their road. It's just all corruption.
What do you think about Nigerian league in general?
The Nigerian league is very bad. Look, now they should have started for only God knows how many weeks back now. But there is never a certain date when the Nigerian league is going to start. So clubs will just be playing friendlies upon friendlies upon friendlies just to keep the players fit. It's just so bad.
So there's no chance of starting soon or something. No.
Nobody knows. Don't be surprised if the league will start next
week.
next year. Oh, look at you. And the CAF Confederation and the continental competitions have started. That's the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederation.
That means we can represent. No.
We have to know. It's the representative from the previous season. But the problem is there is no league football, and that kind of a thing is also going to affect their performances, because since they do not have competitive games under their belt, it will affect their form in the majority of those clubs have been knocked out. The only club standing is Yimba. The Confederation Cup. The other clubs are gone. They are gone. Yeah, that's just how bad it is.
It's really sad from that.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, thanks for for coming on.
Thank you so much.
This is a first video with you, and we have many more ahead, and let's keep it up. So many people. Very soon be going on live. Let's keep it up. You got some kids there. They need their mom or what? Okay.
Yes, boss.
Let's look at what we can do. As time goes on, we'll be telling our viewers the time so that they will know actually what we'll be having the time when we're going to start going on live, because this is an interactive section. We want to build a community for people in diaspora back home who want to bridge that gap. Like myself, I've just corrected NFA. That's what I used to know. Now it's NFF.
Yeah, I
You know, that kind of a
understand.
thing.
Yeah,
You see?
there are many people
So
like that.
many people will be still
The
thinking, you know, when I started loving, I started
yeah, that's
watching,
why I understand.
you know,
Look, I
the likes of
understand. 80s,
Abiola
90s, yes, where
Babes, Leventis
yes,
United,
yes, stationary stores.
stationary stores.
Yes, I understand.
You know,
Yes, I understand. I
it
understand.
was fun there. You
Yes,
know,
yes,
Abiola
it was.
Babes, Leventis
Yes, it was.
United, I see
Um,
Shooting Stars,
yes,
man,
yes. I don't know. I think Julius Berger.
Jealous
Julius Berger was
Berger.
it.
Yeah,
Julius Berger. Uh,
it was
there's
fun
still
there. It was
stationary
fun.
stores is still, but but they are in the lower divisions now. And of course, many of those other clubs have been defunct, like Leventis United and all. They have all gone defunct. So
All right, Kole,
they've
let's
all gone defunct.
meet on Monday for our
Yeah,
review of the matches we've spoken so far. Actually,
sure,
only went into EPL. There's other
sure,
matches going on. So
sure.
thank you, Kunle, very, very much. This is Kunle.
That's
Tell the viewers where they can follow you on Twitter or something.
okay. Just follow me on social media. K Faiga is my handle. KFAYIGA is my handle. Instagram, but I'm not really that active on Instagram. But I'm more on Twitter. It's not easy on Twitter though, but because there's a ban on Twitter. Yeah, there has been a ban on Twitter since June by the federal government.
Yeah.
So we can't have regular access to Twitter without, we have to use VPNs to connect. But Twitter is my home. So please do well to connect with me on Twitter at KFaiga, KFAYIGA. That's my handle.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. So we'll see you Monday again, once again.
Yes, we will.
Pick it up from there. What we have. I hope Man U is going to win. I hope.
Oh, yeah. They have to.
I don't want any story.
No, if they have to, even if they don't, Solskjaer knows. Solskjaer himself knows that his time is near and nobody will. Because one thing I keep saying about this thing is that it is only Solskjaer that can help himself, really. So he has to find a way to get these players. If he doesn't, then he knows his time is up. So it's really in his hands, honestly. It's in his hands.
All right, Colexi. Take it easy.
Boss.
Have a nice
Thanks,
week.
boss.
All right.
And you too, boss. Thank you.